Hello, this is the review of the Pelikan M1005 in the Stresemann finish, which is named after the Foreign Minister Gustav Stresemann, who was famous for his suits. First, let's get into the packaging the pen comes in. It comes in this white glossy type cardboard box. On the sides, you have the model number and the nib size, which in this case is a fine nib. Once you open up the package, you get this wood textured cardboard box in the bottom and a gray cover with Pelikan logo on it. Inside you have a Fox leather pouch where the pen comes in, and you can use that as your fountain pen case if you want. The entire packaging is very simple yet elegant, just like most Pelikan packagings are. Now let's get into the pen itself. This black anthracite look is identical to the M1005 version of this M1005. You have the typical Pelikan clip, which is very practical and useful. Then you have the Pelikan logo on top, the Mama Pelikan, Baby Pelikan. It's just a classy look, the stripes and everything. It's sort of see-through if it's in the right light. And you have the 18 karat gold nib covered fully in rhodium to obtain that silver sheen. It's a plastic feed, and the nib section flares out for a good hold, which is very comfortable. Still a bit beefier than the M1005 version, but it's very comfortable for me. As mentioned, when you hold it, I don't have too big hands or small hands, this is very comfortable for me. And because it's made of resin, you can also post it and it's still balanced, surprisingly. It's very comfortable despite what people say about its size, even if you post a pen, because of its resin finish. And the filling mechanism for this is a piston filler. So in this case right now I don't have any ink in it, so I just turn the knob all the way to the left. Then you just turn all the way to the right when you're filling it up, and that's about it. Holds good enough ink. Now let's get into general comparisons. First we have the M1005. As you can see by the side, it isn't that bigger, it's just a little bit beefier, a tad bit longer. Pelikan M1005, which is about the same length. Lamy Safari, which is not a small pen to begin with, as you can see. Sailor 1911 large. Pelikan Souveran, which is an actual oversized pen, which you can see by size. Then Pelikan Royale and the Visconti Homo Sapiens, which are about similar size as well. Let's do a nib comparison between the typical Lamy Safari and the M1005 to show how big the nib is. That's the most important part of this pen. It's that writing experience and that nib. It's a beefy nib. The feed is huge. So yeah, this is a very comfortable pen to hold with, despite what people say about it. If you're okay with the length of Pelikan M1005, then I think you should be fine with the Pelikan 1005 in terms of holding it. As mentioned, this is a piston filler, so I decided to show how to fill up a piston filler, since I recently cleaned this and might as well just show it. You simply unscrew the piston knob on the back to the left until you feel resistance. Then you insert the nib into the ink. Once you do that, then you turn the piston knob right until you fully close the piston knob, then you're all set. So it's very simple. And good thing about Pelikans are that it is also very easy to clean because you can take out the nib section, which I forgot to show, but it is very easy to take it out and it's very easy to clean it. This is one of the best things I like about Pelikans because how easy it is to clean it. I usually prefer cartridge converters, but because how easy it is to clean the Pelikan, I use a lot. That's one of the things I don't like about Mont Blanc. It's because you can't take out the nib section, so it's a pain to clean it. I wish they did the same mechanism as Pelikans, where you could take out the nib section and just so easily clean the pen. Now, as you can see, now let's get into just the writing sample, which is the most important aspect of the pen. As mentioned, this is a fine 18-karat gold nib coated with rhodium. This is a very smooth nib. This is why I use this pen a lot, because of the nib and the clean mechanism. But yeah, this is a very smooth nib, and it's a bit on the wet side as well, as most Pelikans are. It's very soft as well. This is the pen that I could compare it to in terms of softness is Pilot Custom Urushi. I don't think any other pen matches how soft the nib is. Because of how big the nib is, it kind of feels like a flexi nib, but I want to be very clear that this is not a flex nib, because that's how you damage the nib. It has like medium wetness, which is perfect balance for me, as I do not like my pens to be too wet or dry. This has some line variation, as you can see, because of the nib, how big the nib is, and that's just effortless line variation. And I wouldn't push this nib too much because it's not a flex nib. This is as far as I would push it in terms of thickness, in terms of line variation. Because I do not want to damage the nib, because it is very easy to damage this nib if you use it thinking it's a flex nib. But I love this nib so much. It's very soft and it's very smooth, enjoyable to write with. Now let's get into the final conclusions about this pen on what I like and what I don't like. There's a lot to like about this pen. I bought this pen, so obviously I like it. So let's get into what I like and what I don't like. So I like the size, it feels comfortable in my hands. I like the silver trim over the gold trim. I like the soft and smooth nib. It's very enjoyable to write with. I love how easy it is to clean it, since you can just unscrew the nib section. And yeah, there's a lot to like. The one thing that I don't like is the price. The retail price is around $650, which is very expensive even if it's a flagship pen. I paid around $450 brand new, which is still expensive, but I believe it's worth it at that price point. For others, this might be a too big pen, which I can understand as you saw in the comparison. But if you find Custom 23 comfortable, then this should be comparable. And in terms of comfort as well, even if it's a bit thicker. But yeah, I think this is a great pen. I don't think you can go wrong with it. As long as you feel comfortable using it in terms of size, you should be good. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.